If
if they drink it, then it'll affect them to the end, so they just taste it and spit it out. And it's just so funny because it's so elegant.
I've never.
You're doing some nice wicker here. You should start implementing some crystals and things.
I've always
Yeah, they don't even.
taken it as a free drink.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, nice to meet you. You're the producer of the Annie show?
Supposedly.
We'll have to use that in some.
So do you like the wine taste?
Oh, nice.
No, I was just.
So in other words, I'm hanging around here doing work.
I think I was just at,
That's good.
at dinner,
How
just
far
hanging
are
out
you
with some
going
people who was
with
in New
your
Zealand, and one of the guys was a
ambition?
real wine snob.
Towards
They were
projects?
trying
Yeah.
wine.
I'm
It
not
was just
certified
all.
yet.
Down and can't.
Say what?
Do you find yourself bogged down?
Excellent, excellent. Let's do the next one, you know, and everything. It's not
I
like
just graduated.
anything
I'm
he
a clean
drank.
slate.
So you just
Oh, you
assumed
just-
that he was
yeah,
lying,
yeah,
and it was
okay.
awful, you know.
We could have had interns going as well.
I could have.
Yeah, I
was
think
in
that
Chapel
might-
Hill, and
Well,
Disrupt
sure,
the
please,
whole
yes.
elegance
I would
of
love
it.
some
Right,
coffee.
right.
I think you definitely have sugar.
Yeah.
Is it a cream, you think?
Spit
I mean, I guess if you were a judge, you wouldn't want to buzz
straw.
on
Just the
You
sugar,
just
that's
spit
good
into a
enough.
straw.
Yeah, I guess so. Like what? We were outside, but I think they like give you some. I don't know. Maybe we could ask people to call in. I don't think any of these geeks would know.
That would be a good poll. Like if you taste wine at a wine tasting.
I'm not the director here, dude.
Okay, official opinion?
Hold on.
Wait.
Jonathan, was he supposed to
See,
argue about
geeks.
being a geek?
Out.
I'm a geek. That's it?
I consider myself a geek in the very soul of my being. I am, however, good at hiding
Geeks
it.
are hot though, guys.
Right.
Really.
Right, I'm geeked out.
What about us non-geeks?
Well, I think it's the blend of the non-geek geek, you know.
I got
No.
geeked
Dug
out.
yourself a hole.
I'm
Like-
a geek left. I'm geeked out.
Honestly, I enjoy going to a Best Buy. You can talk to the computer geeks.
Mhm.
You know,
Geek Squad,
I always enjoy that, the Geek Squad. Yeah.
Right. Getting
Yeah.
them all like steamy and then
We're
just
geeks.
be like, bye. See ya.
Well, no, one time there was porn stuck on my computer. And I had to go.
Work
Yeah.
on your computer.
Huh.
Yeah, but
Imagine
it wasn't.
that.
It wasn't even something I had looked up. I mean, I had looked
Right.
up other stuff, but like
Right.
this dog and woman kind of froze on there. It was-
And then was the geek able to help the
The
computers?
geek completely helped, but that particular day that I went,
Mm-hmm.
female.
It was a
Oh,
female
First
geek.
female on the
Didn't help
Geek Squad
a
that I
lot,
ever met.
yeah.
Wow. And you're just like, gosh. I almost think you set
It
the
was just
stage,
so
like you just
interesting.
like flirting with these geeks, you know, like just fantasize how the other half lives for a little while, geek, you know? And then you get there. It's almost like that story about like the cops pulling over the chicks and they unzip their shirt and that turns out to be a
Sure.
female cop, you know?
Sure.
Yeah, but you
Huh.
might luck out with the right female cop.
Right.
You know.
Hmm.
I mean, female cop.
I think you should try it
Oh
again.
my god, you went on this mission. That's amazing.
Wow.
That
Milk
can't be good
and a
for you.
powder.
No,
Oh, is that sugar?
I'm pretty sure.
Don't
I'm
do it.
I'm okay. This, I'm enjoy. Oh, good man, good. The band, good. I knew it.
Hmm.
Mike Shea, were you contacted by Serapha?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Well, then you two. Just
What
like
about if
before,
you had a
back-
porn of a
let's
geek
band for a bit.
with like a
Hop in there,
belly dancer?
Start getting that.
Right, and then
motivated,
you
start
went
playing, start getting
into
your
a
loops,
computer
you're ready to go.
store
I'm gonna be
dressed
there
as a
too.
belly dancer going, I have this problem in my computer. Now first you'd have to figure out how to make it jam into your computer. You'd probably have to go to another geek and say, I'm trying to get this to jam in my computer and it won't do it. And have him jam it and then go to the other store, find the other geek, make sure if it's a girl, just turn around and leave. Be like, you're a girl, you won't know this. And come back. You'll, yeah, just be, you know, like sexist about your geeks, you know, like I only like male geeks.
It's too elegant.
I think the
well,
reaction
See,
in
now
the
that's
body,
something
though,
I geek out about. I will become a technophile if somebody actually invents a ray gun. Until then, I'm a bit of a Luddite. For somebody who actually works on a TV show, I'm kind of a Luddite for someone my age. But
Just get one of those little laser pin things.
no, not the same, not the same. If
your
somebody
finger in front
actually
of it.
invents a ray gun, I will so become a technophile because I mean
Wouldn't
that's
you
a
rather
1,001
have
household
a land
uses
speeder?
right there.
Is this like a laser that goes through things?
But whatever. And disintegration,
What are the
mean,
uses?
handheld death ray,
Hey,
whatever.
come on into
I,
my tea party.
I'll start finding them.
What happened to this guy?
He's
You guys
looking
do
for
pictures?
some
I'll give
kind
you
of
It's vaporized.
you mean
fake
Yeah,
creamer.
you're just gone for a little while, so I thought I'd just find out what the
No, I
glory
mean,
felt like, you know, bask in it there.
To Troy, what happened to Troy?
He's got a show to go to.
Oh, yeah.
Serapha wet his hair.
Mm.
He did. bit more fitted to his head.
Yeah, it just didn't fit the role.
Okay,
I guess-
I'm gonna find another one of these.
Oh, your comment though on
The geeks?
the geeks
Okay.
and like male and female.
I'm gonna find another.
It's I don't think you can really decide who you're gonna have that. Like if it's gonna be male or female. I
Right.
mean, it's kind of like the movie Chasing Amy, you know, like where she's not gonna cut off half the population, just and
Right.
say that that connection's not out
Right.
there. Just
Some of this.
be
Right.
like I think being open.
Yeah.
Just I mean, because that encounter could just be an encounter of
Who would've
friendliness.
thought?
That's true.
You
Maybe
know?
you
So
could
much
have
tea.
two different programs.
I didn't even know if I would have any.
And
guests
one could be a
today.
geeky girl
So
with
I've
a
been
belly
very slack
dancer
on
girl,
making tea.
and one could be a geeky boy with
And
a
they
belly
just-
dancing
they
girl.
just keep coming.
And you would just have to know how to like tell her which one to fix.
How do you? Where's your time?
So,
What's
so
your-
here,
Maybe it
looks
could
like
be
1 hour
a
and 31
threesome, two
minutes right now.
geeks
So,
and a belly dancer. So now it doesn't matter. And then like,
and I've got
Whoever's-
I actually have a
and that would be
little
funny
less
because
than 2 hours
then
on
the
this.
geek helping you
Uh,
unjam your computer could get inspired and say, Shell, could you come help us with this? Or, Roger, could you come help us with this? Like the stage is set. Here's the belly dancer. I'm the geek. We just need one more geek of the opposite sex than me. Did I miss something over here?
No. No, the dynamics are just funny.
Okay.
But I just for the record, I have a sense of humor that doesn't work like most people's. so.
Okay. Okay.
A lot of people think I don't have a sense of humor, which is
Uh-huh.
completely untrue. It just works different than most human beings.
I feel like I'm blocking you on the camera.
That's okay.
When you say geek, might you have a definition of geek?
Somebody that bites the heads off
I'm not
bats.
too- odds are anybody that's watching probably isn't looking at me right now anyway, so I'm
Okay.
not too.
Okay.
Did you notice how
Isn't that what a
I
proper
managed to get
term of
the
geek
tea
is?
in the
though?
pot just in time
A
for
geek?
this to start whistling? Don't you
Wasn't
think
that the original
that's,
terminology?
I mean,
I think the
from
geek
a-
is in the eye.
that's
of
a
the
talent there, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of
Very
look and
practice.
you're like, that's a little geeky vibe, but
Right, right.
outside,
I guess
you know.
now it means people that like really
At
get
least
so
think
intimidated.
computer smarts.
Right.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
I consider myself a geek, and I really don't have a lot of computer smarts, but I love anything that has ray guns and rocket ships in it, and I cannot wait for the Transformers movie to come out.
Oh, man.
That's how much of a geek I am.
I hear you, brother.
All right.
Okay.
A little worried about Michael Bay, the whole Michael Bay thing. But,
You know
You know what? I
You
don't
can't mess
care.
up
I
Optimus
don't
Prime, you know?
care
I mean, how you gonna do
because it's going to have something I've waited more than 20 years of my life to see, which is Decepticons taking on the U.S. Army with the cartoon gloves off. Yeah, baby.
And lots of explosions.
See, I'm a geek.
Did you ever watch Freakazoid?
No, but I have heard somebody rant good things about it.
I was trying to find Freakazoid was like the greatest cartoon ever, and out of all the people in the world, believe it or not, Steven Spielberg produced it, and it was same time as Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain, and you can go buy Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain, but I wanted to buy Freakazoid box set. And so I finally found it, $50, and it said quality 9 out of 10, and I realized it's somebody copying it off the air with like their TiVo or something, and then selling it on the internet. And then there was like the price kind of went down all the way to $12, but I don't think Warner Brothers sells Freakazoid. It was the best cartoon.
What was that? I mean, I've heard it. I'd probably saw it. I can't remember at all. Like,
It was a guy that wore a red, all red, and he had really cool hair, and it was, a cartoon, of course. But what was so funny about it is it would just kind of make fun of other cartoons, and it would really, like, pull you back to your childhood, like he would just, it was just a really great sense of humor, and it was really sophisticated, it was a silly cartoon, and it only lasted 2 seasons, and they even made fun of that. They're like, "Can you believe Warner Brothers could have had this on prime time?" And he starts crying, like, "Why is this show not?" You would love Freakazoid.
I'm trying to think how we could get Freakazoid, so I take it that you researched it on the internet.
Just recently, he's all over YouTube, but you can't see the whole cartoon. You can only
Right.
see like.
But you
2 minutes.
researched it on.
This was mid-90s, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, same time as Animaniacs.
I remember seeing commercials for it.
Yeah.
Did you go to Warner Brothers site?
When I
and search
Googled
for
it, it never never brought up Warner Brothers. I went to Amazon.
Well, try going to Warner Brothers,
Okay.
and if you go to Warner Brothers, there may be a Warner Brothers search engine there.
Okay, so the story of Freakazoid is this computer geek is Dexter Douglas is online, and he's putting in this code, and then he pushes delete, and somehow that code sucked him into the computer.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
he was a superhero.
Yeah.
So I'm a little geeky.
I do remember that.
I'm going to assume that, most people that probably set foot through that door are.
Hmm.
I mean,
Okay.
here we are.
I thought you were going to call me an imposter.
Dare. I wouldn't dare.
Okay, well, I am an official geek, branded for life, based on the fact, I say this is based on the fact that when I graduated from high school, I won the geometry award. So when you win the geometry award, I mean, it's like that's like your pin, this like geek for life, right here.
Were you excited when you got it, or you're like, no? Were you like sitting next to a girl that you had a crush on?
No,
like,
it was a
oh,
complete.
no.
It was a complete surprise.
I swear I recorded the Ramones. Oh no, not the Geometry Award.
Yeah.
Gosh.
You know, that's something you feel geeky about when you're that age, but now.
Oh, I didn't even think
any
about
of our
it.
ages, like,
No, I didn't.
cool.
I
Like, we
didn't.
have a
Point of
geometry
pride.
question, you know, who wanted to ask, you know? So.
I have forgotten all of that.
What is geometry?
I was.
Isn't that technically weighing the
That's
Earth?
the theremin.
22.
I guess it is.
I'm
I thought
sure
it was
you're
a
at
child. I thought it
ages.
was a young
22.
child being
22.
tortured.
How old are you?
28.
28. I would have thought you were 22.
How old are you?
More than 28.
Telling, I'm not even giving a hint.
How old are you?
22.
How old are you?
35.
All right.
Be proud of your age, you know?
I'm trying to erase that part of my life. I want to be timeless.
The
I want to reverse. I want to actually.
the Peter Pan generation.
Right. Yeah. So I have to.
Time devours
Plus,
all
it
things.
gets, plus, you get a lot more attention when you don't disclose it. Everybody just says, "Come on, what's the number? Is it odd, even?"
Multiple.
And then-
I heard an interesting saying the other day. I mean, time devours all things is a very old one, but I heard one the other day that the only thing that trumps time is desire. I
Huh.
like that one.
I have to think. I have to meditate that. I'll put that in my meditation.
Say that again? Say your
The only thing that trumps time is desire.
What does that mean to you? You've already had time to meditate on it.
What does that mean? In that, as time goes by, and I'm sure that sounds amazingly obnoxious to our at-home audience.
You know, sometimes it sucks. You know, a little bit about audio. Because
I
nobody
only
else
know
would.
a little bit about audio, but I've listened to that thing while it's been tapped before.
Does that suck?
So is that a microphone?
That's
My name is Mike
microphone.
D.
Oh, wow, so
Our
people-
conversation, that's
can
what's
hear
picking
us.
it up right there.
That is your microphone.
But we're
Yes.
not taping.
Yes.
Yes.
We are.
Yes. See, 139, 45, 46, 47, 48. This is being recorded.
Wow.
Yes.
And when is this going to air?
So we're not just drinking tea, we're drinking
What-
TV
No,
that's
you
going
have
to
to
go
check.
on
TV
TV.
tea.
So
Yes, it's TV
Are
tea.
we-
You have to ask
Exactly.
Jen.
For a rainy day?
Rainy day.
How much?
Yeah.
How much more time does this show last? All the way to 2:02?
No, I'm not going to let it go to 2:02. I think we. What are we on now?
140.
140. I think we should let it go 5 more minutes.
I bet you're going to edit it so like we're not even on now.
No,
What? How long is your show?
no, it's
usually, what,
2
2
hours.
2
It's
hours?
2 hours, but I'm going to let them run 10 or 15 minutes of bulletin board before they show
Okay.
the show. So that's
Good enough?
When does your show air?
normally on Friday today. It would have aired from 4 o'clock until 6, but since they saw fit to chop through the fiber optic cable while digging a ditch,
Bastards.
They should have called themselves and had themselves mark the line first.
oh yeah.
Okay, sorry.
normally we would be airing live, but we're recording today. So, but also today is our first day in our preliminary time experiment. See, because
Preliminary time experiment.
and we
It's interesting.
we're going to be projecting into the future, and so this day can be waiting for us when we get there.
Very interesting. Keep talking.
Sending a letter to yourself.
Yes. Usually this show is live, and because the fiber optic was cut, it's being taped today.
And being played at an undisclosed time in the future.
And when,
Yes.
and we don't have we have some of the equipment.
Yeah.
We're already able to manipulate time a little bit, but we are going to be able to manipulate the time. We're getting ready to install a wormhole right behind you, the rectangular area behind you.
Yeah.
One end of the wormhole will be permanently affixed to that section there, and the other end of the wormhole can be positioned anywhere in the universe. And then the whole room will be like a giant Faraday cage, and inside the Faraday cage we'll be able to shift it in time as we choose.
That's a tough decision, because if you're thinking of the whole universe, I mean, it's like, where are you going to put that other end? Like at a waterfall or in the mists of...
Yeah, you doing it with your mind's perception, where you want to be. So beam me, Hawaii, this island in particular.
We could do that.
Can we move
Or-
the other side of the wormhole?
Yeah.
Move.
Oh, okay. I
Reposition.
thought it was like set.
Oh no.
You cement it
No,
in.
no, we can control that from here.
Okay.
One set is this end is set.
Mm-hmm.
See that's the real.
Now, are you trying to control like where another person would go if they entered into the wormhole? Like, are you trying to mastermind like where another person's going to enter? That is kind of like Alice in Wonderland, falling down the rabbit hole. Or like does everybody that kind of manifests their own step in there? I mean, I kind of think believing is
Okay. Well, you'll have to.
part of it, but
You live here in Asheville, I take it. Is that right? Okay. Let me invite you back. Have you ever seen the Tea Party? Do you have a TV?
I do not have a TV.
Okay.
It's truly stunning the number of people that would like watching URTV that do not actually
Well,
have
let's
TVs.
see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of the people here, this is random. Is there anyone here who is able to go home and watch Channel 20 on their television set? I can't.
That's what I figured.
I can't.
I don't have any electricity.
I watch it here at the station.
All right. Do you have a television?
No.
No. Do you have a
And
television?
if I did,
I have a television, and there's a DVD player plugged into it, and that's it.
And that's it. And you can't watch it on Channel 20, right? You have no television.
Right, I have no television.
Right. Okay. Well, I brought that up at the producers meeting because we were talking about. Somebody asked the question, "How do we know how many people watch our show?" And somebody says, "Well, you just have to ask around and see how many people seem to be watching the show." And so I'm like raised my hand, and this reminds me, I got to tell you a story about my cousin.
Mount Dungeon is developing a fan base.
Yeah. And so I told him, I said, I ask people, have you seen my TV show and stuff like that? And I say, usually when I ask people, do you watch Channel 20? All of my friends say, I don't have a television.
Maybe we could get them in the budget to buy a TV
For
and put it
everybody.
in the glass window. People might not be able to hear it.
Television's
And so
for the homeless.
When it's when the place is closed, people can still
You
come
need
and
web
watch.
caching. Everybody would watch it. Everybody. I mean, how many more people have an
If
internet
we had
connection?
TVs for the homeless, though, I mean, think how comfortable they would
Now let me
be.
tell you the story of my cousin Amy Jo.
In the grass.
My
During the
favorite
summer,
cousin,
yes.
my favorite cousin Amy
Not in the
Jo
winter.
was a teacher.
Definitely not in the winter.
But then if you were
Unless we built a
homeless,
little enclosed room,
at least you could be like,
and then we'll go in and we'll serve them tea.
Okay. My favorite
At all
cousin,
hours?
Amy Jo,
Okay.
was a teacher, and she taught the Gifted Talented program. But anyway, one year, North Carolina came in last on the SAT scores. Of all the of all the states in the country, North Carolina's SAT scores were at the bottom of the list.
Wow.
Okay. Well, this got some people upset. And they had a big meeting in Raleigh, and they called in all of the teachers from all over North Carolina and had them all in one big room, like in some big place, you know, the Coliseum or something. And they had this big meeting to see what they could do about this problem. And someone got up and addressed all the teachers, and they said, we have brought all the educators from the state of North Carolina together in one place to see, to pool all of our intelligence here and all to see if does anyone here have any ideas of what we can do to keep North Carolina from coming in last on the SAT scores.
I already thought of a solution.
And my cousin Amy Jo jumped up out of her seat, waving her hand, and she says, "Make Puerto Rico a state." She says.
That wasn't the solution I had, but
That's the quickest fix.
Is that sheer genius or what?
And you know,
Make Puerto Rico a state. She says.
see, I was just gonna say discourage all the really stupid people from taking the SATs.
How did South Carolina? I mean, because I'm sure they were 49.
Alabama beat us out, boy. Yeah. When Alabama and Louisiana beat you out,
Wow.
you are dragging bottom, boy.
either
Oh,
that
can I take
or the tests are too hard.
Yes.
So
I
what
want
are
to
you
take
keeping-
5 seconds to do something that I want to do in
Okay,
every
we're-
episode.
Okay, make it quick. We're over time.
Whoops.
Go ahead. What do you want to do? You want to plug your show?
You bet.
Okay, plug your show. Everybody gets to plug their show.
All right, it's time for 10 seconds of shameless self-promotion. Watch Mount Dungeon, Asheville's underground music show, Thursdays 11 p.m., right here on URTV.
Is that it?
That's
okay,
it.
This is.
Does anybody else want to shamelessly plug themselves in any capacity?
Okay. It's proven scientific fact. It is everybody do this. It's a proven scientific fact. As long as there's something moving on the screen and noise coming out of the box, people will sit and watch it.
Yeah.
It's a proven scientific fact. Things are a lot more like they are now than they ever have been. Okay? Anybody else want to? Perhaps we should
Speak
put.
their minds?
Would you like to here? Would you like
Yeah,
to
yeah,
put,
do
put
that.
the headphones on her?
What am I listening to?
You're listening
while
to
the
what's going on
headphones-
in this
while,
room
While the headphones are on, you
with
have
a
to
slight
thi-
delay.
You have to think of something profound to say. You have to say something very profound.
This is going to be a little weird.
It's the audio version of the wormhole.
The red goose walks at midnight.
Dun 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 dun. Is that it? Isn't that all you got?
I like this. More tea? Does anyone need more tea?
I just
I'm
got a
good.
big mouth, little like
Is that a
That.
yeah. So
I do have a limerick. You were asking for a limerick earlier?
is it?
I'm going to go
is
look
it
at the
clean
thermos
enough?
It's clean.
because
All right,
I really
yeah.
want to see
Give
if
us a
that-
limerick. Oh, yeah.
So am I speaking ahead of...
You're behind.
I'm behind.
Yeah, ahead of what you hear.
You're in a time warp.
Wow.
Yeah, but this is preliminary experiments. We don't have all the equipment. We don't have all the equipment today. But when all the equipment is here, it'll be total. It'll be the whole thing, not just the audio. Everything.
The audio is going through the wormhole and sent back to you.
But it'll be the whole everything. Everything will be able to.
I can't wait. I'm really excited about that, John.
Now do your limerick.
Okay.
Just do it. Just lean in and do your limerick.
I don't need to. I can just say it.
Just lean
Okay.
into it. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna screw it up. I know I'm gonna screw it up. A man with the surname of Beebe wished to marry a lady named Phoebe, but he said I must see what the preacher's fee be to make Phoebe be Phoebe Beebe.
Okay.
That's it. No.
Any last closing words?
Yes, where's my remote? Okay.
Is everybody in?